Guys, welcome back. Hope you all are doing very well. First of all, I would like to thank you guys for 550 subscribers as of the recording of this YouTube video. I really do much appreciate it. And remember that if you do enjoy the content or find it useful, helpful, whatever, if you just want to support the channel, please remember to hit the sub button and help reach that 1k goal. So, what I have for you today? Well, today we are doing a almost themed Warframe build. It's not really themed, this would be his proper build as well, but it just fit the narrative so well. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is the Shadow Monarch build of Nekros. Now, if you guys do know what I'm referencing to, and of course the very on the nose color palette, you would know I'm referencing solo leveling, extremely popular anime and extremely good as well. Now, just a quick breakdown on the character I'm referencing is Jinu, who is the main protagonist of this anime. Now, he has the power to call upon shadows of his defeated enemies, and that is exactly what Nekros does. Now, to only mimic a fraction of his power, we have put together a build that is actually pretty decent. I must say I'm actually quite chuffed with this build. It gives you all the extra spoilage of loot that you can possibly hope for with the spoil, of course. Well, is this great, and the spoil augment. Having Shield of Shadows and having him built this way makes it so that his Shields of Shadows, or Shadows, also procs viral when they do actually fire because of his first ability that we replaced with Nourish. So everything just clips in extremely well, and I don't think I'm ever going to change my Nekros build. Really, this works stupendously well, actually. I'm very glad at how this turned out. Now, yeah, like I said, if a build is similar to another build, you know, go me, I guess. It's very, I can say this in a way that will make sense. A Warframe usually has one way to play it. Like Nekros, because of the augments pushing him into a certain direction, you play him as a summoner, you know, and that's kind of what Nekros should be. And also a loot frame. So there's not variations in builds really. Some people's mods may change here or there, but this is just my setup for it. So I'm going to stop rambling. I've been rambling for 2 minutes already. We'll get into the build and then we'll finish off the video with my closing thoughts, I guess. But yeah, I'll leave you guys with another 10 seconds of gameplay and then we'll go on to the build segment. Okay, now for the build. Just a quick note, for some reason my OBS isn't playing the audio back, so we'll need to rebalance this in the recording, or in the editing rather, so just keep that in mind. But just a few things to note. On Nekros, I subsumed his first ability. Soul Punch is completely redundant. I put on Nourish because it does add bonus viral damage to you and your Shields of Shadows, or your Shadows, whatever you want to call them. And it does, of course, give you bonus energy back whenever you pick up energy. You're going to be picking up a lot of energy because you're going to be using Desecrate. Now, when you're using Desecrate, of course, you're going to be dropping more orbs. But yeah, so this is the build. It is a 2-former build only, no need for massive investments here. However, the only thing that I'm going to tell you guys that is almost an absolute must-have is a Shield of Shadows. Not almost, it is pretty much a must-have. Shield of Shadows gives Nekros an insane amount of survivability, and that is why we run this. This spoil, I do run it just because I do not want to struggle with energy issues, so this is also extremely valuable to run if you do plan on using his third, which I'm assuming you are. So the spoil also extremely important. So let's just get over with the rest of the things. Corrosive Projection, because we do have full armor strip combined with his second ability, Terrify, which does armor strip, so this gives you 100% armor strip. Adaptation for more survivability. Vitality, because of this spell, we're going to be needing Vitality as it does drain your health. Streamline for more ability efficiency. Equilibrium, just to, of course, when you do pick up a health orb, you get energy. When you do pick up an energy orb, you get health. And with the spoil and is Desecrate, you're going to be getting a lot of it. Prime Continuity, because we want our abilities to last longer, especially our first and second ability. Fourth ability isn't really that important with duration, but definitely with the two. That is first. Prime, Precision Intensify. Of course, this is really great for Shield of Shadows. It gives them a massive amount of bonus damage and health, so they can last a tad bit longer in battle. So that is it for the actual mods itself. Just a quick note, you can actually take out Streamline here if you do not want to run it, and you could put on something like Transit Fortitude. You will drop a little bit in terms of efficiency and duration, but you will have extra strength, but it's really not needed because you will have 100% armor strip when you do start to get the ball rolling with Multi Augmented and Arcane Camasido. Now Camasido is a new-ish arcane. It came in with 1999, I do believe, and this basically what it means is whenever your summoned minions attack, you will gain bonus ability strength. Now mine's not even maxed out, but you will be getting 50% bonus ability strength for your next cast, and that is only on rank 4, so it does go a tad bit higher than that, but not by much. And of course this is great because altogether this is a really tanky and easy to use build. Like I said, only 2 forma, and you can use normal continuity in this. It really isn't that much of an issue. You know, you can move stuff around and feel how the build works for you, but Equilibrium, Dispel, Shield of Shadows, that is pretty much what you're going to be needing for this to work properly. And of course, having Corrosive Projection on here, it's great, but the thing is, if you don't want to go for 100% armor strip, I'm sure you will still have 100% even with without Corrosive Projection due to Multi Augmented and Arcania, but just a nice thing to have. If you don't have it, that's fine. Only 18% armor strip. If you can't fully strip enemies of their armor, it's okay as well. It's not like you need it until you're like level 4000 and Steel Path, then yeah, then it becomes really important. But yeah, that's the build. Let's move on to the rest. So you guys have the build, you guys have the Warframe. Now the reason I'm doing this video is because of course, the Prime resurgence that just popped up, and it being Nekros and Oberon. I'm not going to cover Oberon as he is not really viable. He is viable still, you can use him, but it's just like, why use Oberon when you can use another radiation Warframe like Corvex and just melt the whole map, you know, that type of thing. So Oberon, I'm not going to cover him until there is a rework for him. Valkyr's rework is coming relatively soon, so that is going to be really fun to take a look at and see what she can do then. Of course, her heirloom is also dropping very soon, and next week we do get the new Prime Warframe, Yareli, and the Compressor, as well as the Daiku, so it will be very interesting to see what they can do. Daiku is a very old bow and arrows, and with a kind of weird quirk where you need to pull back the string all the way before you can fire. So it's going to be interesting to see what we can do with that thing. But yeah, if you guys do see in the gameplay that I'm using a like everything is freezing all of a sudden, it's because I got Shivering Contagion on my Kuva Comb, and I just wanted to see how it works. And of course the Kuva Comb has a stupendous amount of status chance because of it being the Kuva Comb. So it is actually quite interesting to just fire once or twice down the hallway and see the whole map just freeze over. It's really cool. It's just a little bit weak, but I'm trying to figure out how I want to build this gun. Yep, that's it for this gameplay, guys, and the build, of course. I hope that you guys enjoyed your Nekros, your Shadow Monarch Nekros, and I will see you all again in the next video. Have a absolutely great weekend, and I will see you all again. Peace out.